Let me see. Righto guys, I'm back again. I am recording day 9 of World Card Making Days, 12 Days of Christmas. So for this one, I'm still using the Whimsy and Wonder Suite, but I've decided to do a box in a card, a gift box in a card. So this is my design. I'm using mint macaron and some silver foil. So this is the card in a box. So this is what I'm going to make for my day 9 project. So it looks like that. And then you open the box up and you could have little treats in there. I don't have any little treats at the moment, so that is what we're making. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. It doesn't take very long at all. So what you need for this card is sorry, I got a bit distracted then. What you need for this card is a basic standard card measuring 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. So we need that. So what we're going to do to create our slot here is we're going to cut 1 inch from the 1 inch in down to 2 inches, this one down to 1 inch, and then cut across to get that out. So I'll just grab the trimmer for that. So you've got to cut both layers together with this one. So from your, line it up on your 1 inch on this side, and you're going to cut from 1 down to 2 inches. And then you can go to your 2 inch mark over here. Oh. Actually, we'll flip it. So there's our 2 inch mark. And then we go from 2 inches back up. There we go. I'll just do that one again, just to make sure we've got it down to 2 inches. There we go, down to 2 inches, and then we're going to cut across here. Where's our 2 inch mark? There's our 2 inch mark. So we're going to cut between those two to cut that out. I'm just going to stand so I can see from there back to there. Righto, so that takes our piece out. You can throw that piece away, you don't need it, just discard it. I mean, you could use it for some stamping, but we're not going to do that. So now, I'm just going to put these 2 pieces on the front of the card, across here. Might need to trim that one down a little bit, but just stick those 2 pieces. So this is our pink again with the holly on the back. I'm going to stick that there. And then our baubles with the blue trees on the back. So I'm just going to stick those on. Move my card up there. This is a really simple card to make. Looks a bit tricky, but it's not really. I did follow a lady called the Stamping Jill, I think her name is. I will put the link to her blog post or video in the description of this video, so that you can check out the link and check out how she made it. But basically pretty much the same as what I've done. I'm just going to trim that little piece there off the edge because I saw that it was just that little bit too long. So there she goes. Just chop that off. And you're going to glue this piece down. Okay, make sure it's up the right way. I could have probably picked a better bit of pattern paper, but I'm gonna do it about, I guess about 1 3/4, I suppose, of an inch from the bottom. There we go. So that's that one on there. Right, now to do the box, it's just a 4-sided box. So we're going to use a 6-inch piece of diagonal. That's the iridescent diagonal with the white spots on the back. So we're going to use our trimmer again, but this time we're only going to use our scoring tool. So move your trimmer out of the way. So we're going to go 2 inches. Yes, 2 inches on all 4 sides. So we're going to score, rotate it to 2 inches, score, rotate to 2 inches. And then rotate it again to 2 inches. Okay, don't press too heavy on your DSP because it will go through. So now what you're going to do is you're going to chop up those score lines. So straight up that score line and up that score line. And I'm just going to take a little tiny nick out of it. Whoop, a bit bigger than that. A little tiny nick out of this side just to make it sit in better, and a little tiny nick out of this side. Just like the finest little slither. And then we're going to turn it around and do the same on the opposite side. So follow your score lines up and just take a little tiny nick out of that. Same on the other side. Now when I'm making boxes, I like to use Tombow because you've got that little bit of wiggle room with Tombow, whereas if you use tape, if it's good strong tape, well, it's stuck and you can't move it. So that's that bit. So I'll just take our trimmer out of the road for a minute. Now I'm gonna score all these folds so that we've got a nice neat folds. And then these ones again. Righto. So those ones you took that little nick out of, you're just going to fold them in and stick them. Okay. So you're going to put some glue on here on this one. And you're going to glue that to the inside of that one. Righto. And then I find it easier if you turn it around and do this one first. Put a bit of glue on that one. Pop it in, line it up. Try and make sure that your tops are pretty level. And then now glue these end bits. And your box is almost complete. There we go. And turn around and do the same on the other side. And then fold that one up as well. There's our little box. How simple is that? So that's our box. Now we need a lid. So our lid piece is 3 1/8. Just checking my measurements. 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So same thing again. We're going to score it. So I'll just move that one to there. Score it at 1/2 inch and rotate that on all 4 sides. 1/2 inch? Yes, 1/2 inch. So there's our 1/2 inch mark. And we're just gonna score that, rotate. Score that, rotate. So on all 4 sides. And you can't see what I'm doing because I just realized I'm out of camera. So I'll come up here and go into the camera, sorry. Whoa, my blade's in the way. Sorry about that. So I've just scored on all 4 sides at 1/2 inch. Okay, I'll pop that away. Same thing as we did to the larger box. We're going to chop and take a little nick out of it. And chop and take a little tiny wedge. Just the tiniest little wedge. Like it's hardly even. Look at how tiny that is. And then opposite sides again. It's really hard on some papers to see your actual scoring line. So there we go. I think that was mine. And there's our other one. So the same thing again. We're going to bone fold our score lines. Get out. We've got a few storms around today. Oh, someone looks a bit crooked. I better make that a bit straighter. Yeah, we've got a few storms around today. So then we're just simply gonna fold these 4 corners in, and hey presto, we've got our box lid. So some glue again. Don't do too much, otherwise it'll be oozing out and you won't be able to, if you close your lid, you might get it stuck. So just do a little bit of glue, fold this one up, hold it in place for a minute. Same with this one. Hold him in place, hold him there for a minute. If he's not going to stay, just hang on to him for a bit longer. This one's right. Now a bit of glue on either of these ends. Righto. Hold them together. Oops, there we go. So there's our lid. Simple, simple box. Okay, so now we're going to pop our lid on our box, and we've got that very cute little deer on there. And then it's simply a matter of stacking him in the middle there. Come on, go down. Oh, come on. Why aren't you going down there? That one's in. Why is this one not working? There we go. And there's your second box all together. So now we're just going to put this little silver foil joy word on there. Now this comes from the, oh, I did write it down. The Bright Baubles bundle on page 40 of the Holiday Mini. And I'm using the specialty foil, silver foil. And you get 2 sheets of each colour in there with 3 different colours of silvery grey foils. Okay, so let's cut that out. So I'll just move that box out of the way. They're very cute. I'm loving these little guys. Right, let's see if the die cutting machine will play the game today. Okay, so we're just going to line this up on our piece of silver foil. I'm hoping that I've got a big enough piece here, because I've used so much of it that I've run out. Right, let's see. Oh, look at that today. When we wanted it to happen, it did. Right, there's our bauble cutout. Sometimes you might have to go through a second time because the bauble hasn't, see how here in this center bit it's not really cut through. So what I do is I put a bit of older paper in between my number 1 plate and my number 2 plate, and then I put my die back on that and run it through again. So I'll just do that just so that it gives it a bit more even pressure. Let's see if she'll work the second time. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, that feels better. Feels like I got a bit of a more even cut. Right, pop that back out of the way. Straighten my paper up again. I've put some grid lines on my desk so that I can line it up every time now. Now you can see that that's a much better cut. So we can pop all those bits out now. So again, using your take your pick tool, we're just simply going to pop these out, and out comes our die. I'll pop that one in there. This also does have an outside die, so you could put a different colour behind it, and then this one in the middle of it. So I'm just going to pop these out now, and they're popping out so much easier than they were before, because I could see that they weren't cut all the way through. There we go. Doesn't take very long to pop these out. There we go. And that is our die cut out there now. So we can just stick that to this one here. Oh, look, there's still a piece in there. And another piece there. All right. Now I think we've got them all. Yeah. Now we've got them all. So I'm going to add some of the little rhinestones again, little in colour jewels. This time I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen colour like I did before on this one. So just using my Take Your Pick tool just to pick these little gems up. Jewels, I should say, these little jewels. Oh, he's going everywhere. Let's see, has he still got his sticky on him? Right, okay, that one's empty. Now this one. These are so pretty because they're a bit iridescent. They shimmer with the different colours under the different light. Where did I put that? There. And this one here. Right, now we're going to use some glue dots this time to stick this guy down so that we don't get a lot of glue everywhere, because if you get the glue on the silver foil, it really does make it look a bit terrible. So I try to just use a few glue dots to hold down my embellishments when I've got something that's cut out of foil. So there's our little joy, our joy, and we're just simply going to line it up there. Could probably go over a little bit further, lift it off a little bit, just give it a wiggle, don't force it. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. And then we'll just pop our box in. I'm sure you could fit 2 Ferrero Rochers in this box, but that's our second card made with the iridescent silver foil paper from Whimsy and Wonder, and our silver foil from the holiday catalogue, and our joy word cut from the Bright Baubles pack. So thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying our 12 days of Christmas. I'll just bring the 2 in here so you can see them both, one standing and one sitting, laying down. Yeah, thank you very much. Bye guys. Hang on, I'll put my thing back on so I don't make you sick.